So hi everyone, I'm Jay, and today we are going to see the transition from the IPv4 to IPv6. Now what is IPv4 and IPv6? We know that the IP addresses are having two versions, which are the IPv4 and IPv6. Now the IPv4, it is a very old addressing technology, and in the IPv4 the address is represented by only 32 bits. But in the case of IPv6, the length is 128 bit, so which is so much larger, so much longer as compared to IPv4. But right now the internet is working on both IPv4 and IPv6, and because these two addresses are running simultaneously, it becomes so complex and complicated. So we have to provide some mechanism so that all the devices, whether those devices are old devices which are using IPv4, whether the new devices which are using the IPv6, these two types of devices can be able to communicate with each other properly. So that is our motto, and there are in fact some methods to do so. So like we have just discussed that we need the transition from IPv4 to IPv6. We need some mechanism by which we can simply shift from IPv4 to IPv6. Or you can also say that like using this mechanism, you can also use the devices which are using the IPv4 can be able to communicate with the devices which are using the IPv6. There are mainly three types of method for this. The first one is dual stack, the second one is header translation, and the last one is tunneling. Now let's see the first method, which is dual stack. So you can see that this is the example of dual stack. You can see that there is a one server, there is a network which is IP4/IPv6. There is a dual stack router, there is a single stack host and dual stack host. Now what is the meaning of dual stack? Dual stack means that those devices are capable enough to understand both the address notations. It means they can understand IPv4 as well as the IPv6. So the dual stack server can receive the request from both type of IP addresses. It can receive requests from the IPv4 packets or IPv4 devices. It can understand IPv4 packets, or it can also understand the IPv6 packets. You can see that in this figure there is a one single stack router, that there is a one single stack host. Now because it is a single stack host, it can only send the IPv4 packets. Okay, so in the dual stack, it is the technology. If any router is using the dual stack technology, it can simply receive those packets, it can simply forward those packets. Okay, so this is how the dual stack method works. Now let's see the second method, that is tunneling. Now what is tunneling? Tunneling means that we will add some extra data to the original data. You can see that there are two devices which are IPv6 host and IPv6 host, and these two devices are working on IPv6 network, means these are the advanced devices. But the network is so complex, and in the internet all the devices are interconnected together. So there is a possibility that if the IPv6 host on the left side sends any packet to IPv6 host on the right side, there is a possibility that the packet will be travel from the IPv4 network. And if that packet is traveling using the IPv4 network, there is a possibility that there are routers which are using the IPv4. Because it is a IPv4 network, all the routers, all the devices, all the links which are using the IPv4 notation. So when they will receive the IPv6, they won't be able to understand, right? They won't be able to decide that to which router the packet should be forwarded, because all the all the routing decision are made by checking its IP address. Because these routers can only understand the IP4 address, they are not able to understand the IPv6 address, so packet will not get delivered easily. Okay, so to solve that problem, we will add some extra IPv4 header. So you can see that apart from IPv6 header, we are adding the IPv4 header at the device A, so it can be easily forward to the destination. Now what are the precautions that we have to consider? The packet should be received using the same path, because only this router knows that to which IPv6 the IPv4 address is provided. Okay, so when the same router receives the packet, it can unmap those packets, right? And this is how the tunneling works. Now the header translation. As the name suggests, that using the header translation, we are just simply translating the header. Okay, so you can see that there is a one IPv4 device which is sending some packet to IPv4, and because the IPv4 cannot understand the IPv6, the router which is present in the IPv6 region, it will translate the header. So it will convert the header from the IPv4 to IPv6, and the translation header is done at particular router. And when the packet travels in the reverse direction, this router will unmap those packets. So it will again replace the IPv4 with the IPv6 when the IPv4 send packet to the IPv6, and this is how the transition from IPv4 to IPv6 works.